Good morning, everyone, as you're coming in from the waiting room. And it's good time now as you're setting up. We have a couple of minutes before I officially start, but yeah, you check out your camera view of what I will be seeing when I
Good
watch it.
morning.
Good morning, Donna. So good morning, everybody. And yes, this is where you can check out your view right now. Understand that once we start, you know, I spotlight me, so and I talk continuously. So
No worries. I was just gonna tell you my name is Donna, like in Adonai. Donna, not Donna. That's okay. Everybody does that.
Donna. Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah. So we're going to start class in a few minutes, and I hear it's beautiful and sunny in LA, which is not true here. It's pouring rain here. Pouring rain here. I am going to ask you guys to mute yourselves during the class. Just if you want to talk to me, if you have something, a question. By the way, we're still setting up. So if you had a question, particularly I wanted to say that we have a couple times when people have indicated to me, whether they chat or otherwise, that they have some kind of an injury, something that they're favoring. You know, if we're all together in a classroom, then there's always this little discussion about if you have something going on with you that you need me to accommodate or something like that. I often can see things on the camera. I'm always amazed by what I can see from people's faces and from their balance alignment. But if you have an issue, a shoulder issue, back issue, hamstring issue, something going on, it is important when you're taking any kind of exercise class that you be in touch with your medical professional. That's very, very important, especially if whatever's going on with you gets worse or shows up suddenly, because that might be something that the class might exacerbate. So I wouldn't ever want that to happen. I am going to put some music on and we're going to start in about a minute. Those people who are just coming in, I do invite you to, I got to let them in from the waiting room. I invite you to turn your cameras on because it's going to be easier for me to keep everybody safe if I can see what you're doing. Today, when we get to later in the class, we're going to do the first section standing. We're not going to use weights right at the beginning. If you are somebody who has to do the class in a chair, that's what you do. And I'm going to keep trying to demonstrate what you can do in a chair that's different from what we're doing standing. As always, I do want you to have a glass of water. If you're standing and moving your feet standing, I do want you in some kind of a supportive, flexible athletic shoe. If you're sitting in a chair, you could actually do it barefoot. Just saying. If you're in a chair, you don't actually have to have athletic shoe wear on unless that's important for you for some reason. Please do be drinking water during the class. This is also a good time to just make sure you're not going to bang into any furniture if you're moving around, and that could happen. Okay, so I'm Sarah, and this is a fitness, I don't know what they're calling this, Wellness Plus, Fitness Plus something. I call my classes usually Fitness Plus because we address a lot of different things. So I'm just standing, and I'm showing you kind of a starting move, which you could do in a chair or you could do standing. And I'm going to be talking through as we go the things that I am doing and what I'm doing to accommodate them and things that you can do. Yes, you're supposed to keep doing that while I start talking and coming over here and checking out the screens. I like to be able to see people if at all possible. I will tell you that when I see a lot of dark black screens where I don't see people, it makes me nervous because I can't tell if you're doing things safely or not. So just for my nerves, it would be nice if you put on the camera. All right, so I'm just letting my hips move a little bit side to side, and I'm going to keep picking the shoulder up. I'm going a little bit slowly. I'm going to put some music on in a minute. Part of what really moving well is just taking a little bit of extra time to warm up your joints. The muscles will warm up as you warm up the joints. I'm going to have you stretch up and then release. Now, I will also tell you that I do have some air on in here. I have a fan just because I get heated quite quickly, moving even with small amounts. So if you have access to that, that's great. And so far I can see everybody, which is utterly charming. Love that. So we'll do about 3 more of these, just stretching up and releasing down here. Okay, I see people still coming in. That's great. All the way up. And now you can start to take the hips a little bit forward and then let them sit back. Now, if you were in a chair, that would be hard to do, but not impossible, because even as you sit in a chair and move your spine forward, you might be able to slide the hips a little bit forward and back. And this is just warming up. 3 more. And excellent. And 2 more. I'm going to start increasing this just slightly by pushing more of the hips back and bending the knees a little more. And 1 more. I'm going to take that down as far as I can, and then I'm going to roll it up, roll it up, roll it up. Good. With the hands right by the side of your hips, go ahead and lightly roll the neck. And again, just letting the joints warm up. So rolling the neck is really about letting the joints of the neck just warm up, and then go ahead and roll that the opposite direction with the head. And you don't have to hold your hips still. You can let them roll around a little bit. This can be on a chair or without. And you're just checking. Don't push your neck. You want to find out how much movement you can get out of the neck. All right, very, very good. All right, feet a little wide, hands to the side. This can also be in a chair, all the way over and stretch and all the way over. Now, what am I doing? I've got my legs just a little bit straight. I have them slightly wide, and I'm really lengthening my spine. I'm looking right at you guys, which I generally am doing anyways, but I would want you to be looking forward so that you can be keeping your head upright and letting the spine, the rib cage, the spine stretch a little bit side to side. Good. 4 more. Hello, welcome. 3 more. So if you have tight hamstrings or very tight hips, you can keep your knees a little more bent, and that will always help in opening up the spine. All right, so we're just gonna take the arms here and take it in front and in front. Now this is just letting the arm kind of swing. Yep, good. Warming up. I'm gonna start putting some music up. If we play with different music. This is, like I said before, it's because I get bored very quickly. So I have to play different kinds of music because otherwise the bored teacher. Okay, that's the wrong one. We're starting right there. All right. All right, so taking the feet about hip distance apart, dance the hips a little bit side to side. Now, if you were in a chair, you could actually move a little bit side to side to let the hips dance. This is a little bit of a quick rhythm. You can always go slower. You can go slower, or you can actually go a little fast. Now, if you're, whichever one you're doing, you can let the arms stretch up and stretch down. Now, this could actually be a little quicker if you wanted it to be, or it could continue to be slow. Let your arms stretch. Now you'll notice that I'm trying to get my arms up. If that's hard for you to do, I'd rather not see tight. I'd rather see long, and wherever it stops, you just bring them back down. So I'm trying to get you to lift your arms from the side of the rib cage. 4 more. All right, now just warming up in the lower body. I'm just gonna put my hands on my hip bones. I usually cue putting the hands on the hip bones by telling people to put their fingers on the top of their thighs. So the hands are actually on the part of the structure that moves. This can also be in a chair. Again, with chair work, you want to be a little bit forward so that there's a little bit more movement in the hips. Now, if you're doing this heel tap like this, you start to take your arms in and out. Now, that's a slow one, but it could be fast. I'm looking for stretching, finding the back, play around with it. See if you can also keep the rhythm with the feet. That's not an absolute requirement that you keep the rhythm with the feet. As I've pointed out before, I'm not giving out demerits of any sort. I'm just trying different things. You keep doing the heel tap. See if you can do an arm swing, which actually can be with a bent elbow, or it can be with a long set of arms, and it can be slower or fast. It's up to you. And see if you can also keep the heel tap and the hips bouncing. Very good. Don't stretching. That hurts. Don't go that far. All right. Do a heel tap forward with a little bounce in the hips. We have talked a lot about the bounce in the hips. Arms go in and out. Good. Now, if you're feeling like you could really start to push these movements forward, they could go up and down, in and out. They could go much slower. So I'm wanting you to work with the one that works best for you. Good. But be a little creative. Be a little creative. Yes, good. So if this feels very tight, you might not want to do that one. You might want to keep it lower where it feels more open. Good. All right, feet a little wide. Swing the hip. Swing the hip. Swing the arm. Good. If you're on the ball, you know you can swing the hip on the ball. 4 more. Good. 3 more. Ah, nice. See the swinging? That's what I want. Can we take it to a little march? Pump the arm. Get the height from the top of the head. I told you this was a little bit quick. If you're sitting, you can actually move the arms back and forth, move the legs up and down. If you're marching, you can make the movement fairly small. Make sure the hips are bouncing just a little bit. And I'm not demonstrating a huge arm movement, but you can. You can make it quite big, or not. Now, I've also demonstrated to people, if you want to, you can move forward and back. Forward and back. Try not to run into furniture behind you. If you're moving forward and back, don't run into the furniture. Thank you. Good. Nice and tall. Pump. If you got the rhythm going, good for you. If that feels awkward, just find a way to change it in a way that's easier for you. All right, back to the heel tap, to the side. Now, see how I'm going to move the hip. Move the hip. Move the hip. Good. Nice. 8 more. Hip and bounce. Good. Now, can you take the arms and pump them in and out? In and out. A little quick. Can you take that leg, do a little kick? Do a little kick. I don't know if you can. Let's see what you can do. A little kick to the side, like you're kicking up a skirt if you had a really long skirt on. By the way, the kick could be small. Fine. Right? Good. Good. Looking for the bounces. Looking for the arms. 4 more. 3 more. Very good. All right. Feet down. Dance the hips. Can you move the arms around? Can you take up a little space? Can you move to the side? Can you move your foot? Can you dance your hips? These are all questions. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. All right, good. Can you side step, side step, side step? When you're in a chair, you can do that. Right, good. You're doing a side step. Can you do the hips first? Can the hip first go? That's a question. Like a sachet. 8 more. I'm just letting the arms follow. Good. Tighten up your abs. Move the hips. Good. Very good. Back to a march. Pick it up. Now, get the body tall. See, I'm doing a small swing. I'm going to intensify. Or if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Make it small. Remember, you can go forward and back. Like you're going somewhere. Good. Feet wide. Can the arms go up and over? Can the hips dance? If you're in a chair, you can. And anyways, if the arms going up and over is too hard for your shoulders, just make it smaller. 8 more. Good. If you've got yourself with your feet wide, can you make the hip go down and up? Can the hip go down and up? And the arms up and over? I don't know, that's a question. Hands on the hip bones, up and back. Now it's a little quick. Good. Feet wide. In and out. Can you? Question. Good. If the arms are too much, just don't do it. Good. Nice, you guys. Do a side step again. Wow. Can you take the arm up and down? By the way, you can really use the arms like you're beating on a big, huge drum. Back and forth. Good. Good. All right, see the part? Swing. Swing. Take it to a step if you want. If you're in a chair. Right, good. 4 more. Everybody here? Hands on the thighs. Back and up. This is a squat. Now, if you want, you can go faster. If that is too tight for you, I'd rather see you go slow. And up. Good. Good. More, very nice. I'm just checking. Good. All right, back to the march. If you're in the chair, remember that you can lift the thighs up and down in a kind of a marching action. You will want your hips a little bit more forward in the chair. All right, very good. Take the toe, heel toe. Watch that. Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. That's fast. You can go slower. See what I'm doing? Heel and toe and heel and toe and heel and toe. Now I'm going to move the arms. Heel and toe. Good. 4 more. All right, side step. You have to do the other side. Hip. Arm. Heel and toe, starting on the other foot. Can you move the hip? Eyes up on the camera. Don't watch your feet. Feel the thigh. Move the arms. It does help to move the arms. Because if you move the arms, it makes the hip feel a little bit more stable. Not bad. 4 more. If you need to take a break, just march in place or dance around a little bit. All right, side step. Okay, we've talked about this before. If you start to get very tired in a movement, go back to a previous movement. Move the hip. Good. Get some water, everybody. All right. Take this here. Step. Step. Now, this is fast. I'm just doing a quick step with a foot behind it. 4 more. You're not going to do a lot of it. Good. All right. See a little wide. And the hip. Stretch it up. Now we're going to start stretching it down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Dance the hip. Try to go all the way down and shake that butt around. I see some of you doing it most excellently. The butt's shaking around. Excellent. Nice. 3 more. Just admiring. Remember, if you need a break, you just kind of dance. Just kind of dance. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Good. All right. Feet a little bit apart. Up. 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 Now we're just switching direction. Again, if you're in a chair, you can be towards the front of the chair. And then take the arms forward. Punch the tummy. Pulling the arms way back and way forward. Not fast. Watch how I'm doing it slower. Slower. Now, if you've got that hip bounce, then you can go fast. Hip bounce, hip bounce. Good. Good. Side step. Can you stretch the arms back? Good. 8 more. Now, if you're really wanting to increase your workout, you can add a cha-cha. Cha-cha. You don't know how to cha-cha? You can fake it. You can pretend. Cha-cha is really in the hips. People think of it as in the feet, but it's really the hip going up, 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 up. Good. Feet wide. Dance the hip. Bring the arms up, make some fists. Pull, 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 pull. So when you pull, you want to be pulling your elbow to your hip. Good. Good. Take the arm long. Stretch it out. To the hip. Yeah, pop, pop, that hip. Good. All right. Heel tap. Arm. Open and back. Now this is kind of moving the air behind you. Bounce the hip. Good. You guys now swing the hips side to side while you do it if you can. Good. 4 more. Very nice. 3 more. 2 more. All right. Side step. Can you make your arms do like little weird movements? Right. Good. Punch. Okay. Legs to the wide. Bring your arms behind you. Somebody, you need to bring it from behind you. Punch. Punch. Not this way. This is a sucker punch. This way. Punch, 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 punch. Guys, you want to try and move your rib cage a little bit when you punch somebody, just in case you ever get that opportunity. Better. Oh, some of you are punching 2 people at once. Very good. Punch, punch. Come on, think of 1 or 2 people. Take out some aggression. That's right. Punch somebody out. Good. All right. Up. Punch. Heel tap. Pump the arm. Now you can skip a little bit. 4 more. All right. Now, this could be a heel tap or a kick. Arm up and down. If you were feeling fine, that could be a jumping jack. Some of you will be able to do that. Right. If that's not okay, yes. Remember that arms should go in different directions if possible. So you don't do the same arm all the time. Good. All right. Heel tap. Just take the arms up and down and swing them back. 1 more. Good. I'm going to take this here. Now this would be strange in a chair, but I'll show you. What I'm doing is I'm keeping this knee bent and kind of doing an arabesque. In a chair, you will take the leg back, stretch it, take it forward. Try to use the spine forward and the leg back. That's not okay for your donor. All right, back to a side step. That was pretty good. I hope you were all doing that on one side. If you were doing that on 2 sides, then you have to do the next one on 2 sides also. Because I did only demonstrate on 1 side, but if you did 2, that's all right. Here we go. Up. I'm not doing it fast because I want you to get stretch in the leg and the butt, in the abs and in the arm. And don't look at the floor. Don't look at the floor. Yeah, think ballet.
I gotta say goodbye, doll.
That's fine.
Bye-bye.
All right, side step. Cha-cha step is fine. 1 more. Good. All right, feet a little bit apart. Swing up on the toes, swing back. Swing up on the toes, swing back. In a chair, you can do heels up and toes up, back and forth between the feet, and you can definitely do a little straight swing. Yep, very good. Breathing would be good. Nice. When you take the arms up, try taking them a little wider so you get more of a stretch on the back of the shoulders. That's probably about half of you. 4 more if you've got it. You start getting a little winded, you just dance around. That's the rule. Good. 2 more. All right. Feet a little bit apart. Keep a little rhythm in the hip. Look at me. Hands on the shoulders, or on the hips, or on the top of your head. We'll try this last time. Here's the move. Up, out, back, out, staring at me the whole time. Up, out. See how I'm not doing it fast. Part of why I want that is I want you to bounce in between. Look at me, abs tight. Good. If you were in a chair, what would you be doing? Probably not to the back. Right. You'd be just doing those lifts to the side and the back. 4 more. Good. Yep, to the side, to the back. I think people got confused when I walked away. Up, out, back, out. One more, up, out, back. Good. All right, just to that side step again. Let's make this big circle. Stretch the shoulders. Yeah, if you can't do it all the way up, that's okay. Just bend your arms a little bit. 4. All right. Feet about hip distance apart. One more time. Up and back. Good. Push the hips forward. Bend the knees. Good, if you can. Big stretches. If you can't do it with the arms, you can always do it with the hands on the shoulders. And chest all the way up. Look at the ceiling and come forward. 3 more. We are talking about the spine mostly here. Oh, I love some of you guys' arms. Some beautiful arms. Beautiful arms. And some dancing butts at the same time. Big point. Big point. All right, other side. If you needed it, guys, you could have the chair here with your fingers on it. This foot is close to it. You don't need it. If you don't need it, that's fine. Up, out, back. So again, we're doing the same thing on the other leg. Up is high, side, back. And again, if you're in a chair, you can at least do the forward lift quite high and probably the side lift. It's very hard to do the back lift the way we're doing it. So one of the things I'm looking for, guys, is a little bounce in the standing hip. that got some standing hip bounces from a few people. Yep. So yep, that's fine. If you need to touch something, you can touch a wall. Just don't super grip it. Yeah, just balance on by touching it. By the way, this should be the outside leg from what you're touching, so not the inside leg. Up, out. If you need to turn around, you can be backwards. Breathe, eyes up. If you need to be dancing because you're tired, you should be dancing. Right. Thank you. So that nobody's stopping. 4 more. If you feel it in the back, you need to modify the movement that goes backwards. Right? If you feel too much tension back there, you need to modify that movement. And out, and down, and up. Very good. Just a side step. We're going to get weights if you have weights. We're going to get a chair. We're going to work with a chair with weights. These don't have to be heavy. They can be light. If you have heavy weights and you're used to using them, that's okay. Don't sit yet. Don't sit yet. Water. Drinking water is good. In fact, I'm going to demonstrate that. I'm going to come to my chair with the weights. And I'm going to tap the front of the chair with the back of the shins. Weight slide by the side. Tiny step forward, not too much. Dance. Hold the weight. Dance the hips. 8 more. Nice and tall. Chest open. 4 more. Make sure the hips are free. All right. Back. Up. And 4, 3, 2, and back. Back. Up and dance. 4, 3, and sit. Back. And up. Dance. I want to see the dance. And back. And up. Dance. And back. And up. Dance. If you need longer to get the dancing going, go longer. If you can get up and dance quickly and then go right back down, you can go right back down. You should be looking at your teacher. Ooh, that's kind of a low chair there, honey. Should be more of a kitchen chair or a dining room chair. Something that's like the right idea for a chair. Yeah, if you don't want to do it, you can just do a squat. That's not exactly what I'm having you do, but it's okay as long as you're safe. Where's the dancing hips? Beautiful. Make sure your feet are a little bit apart, not too close together. Good. I'm watching for the dancing hips. If you need a break, you just take it. Some of you have some magnificent dancing hips, if I do say so myself. 3 more. Good. I like the bump. Yep. 1 more. Now, keep standing. Bring the weights to the top of the front of the shoulders. Dance your hips. your hips. This can also be in the chair. Up. Please don't stop dancing your hips. Don't stop dancing your hips. Okay, squeeze in the groin. I have a couple of rather strange images, but think of it as if you have to go to the bathroom and you don't want to do it while you're doing this on TV. Squeeze there. Yeah, you don't want to do it on TV. Good. I would prefer that the hips go back a little bit rather than too much forward. Yeah, there we go. I just got a couple of corrections out of you. Can you get the arms all the way up? That's a question. If you can't, just put the weights on the shoulders. All right, bring the weight to the side of your body. Up, 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 up. Just let your hip bounce. Look at the camera. Good. 4 more. 4. Bounce. Some of you are not bouncing. Pretty good. Abs tight. All right. Put the weights on the thighs. Feet a little wide. Sit back slowly. Lift from the top of the head. Sit up. Lift up. Good. Look at the camera. Weights are resting on the thighs now. Look up at the camera. Don't look at the floor. You do know where the floor is. You can feel it under your feet. 3 more. Good. Nice and slow. You're actually using the muscle more than the momentum. Here's the last one. Here's the last time up. I guess there's technically one more because we have to sit. All right, good. Towards the front of your chair. Feet ahead. Weights to the side of your thighs. Chest up. Take it forward and up. Now, you need to be keeping the chest open. So there's a big stretch in the back. Here's what I don't want. I don't want the shoulders to come up. You have to keep the chest open and the abs tight. 4 more, just like this, slow. Hands are just hanging there, but without the shoulders lifting. Good. This should actually feel good on the lower back. If it doesn't, then we have to figure out how we can get your spine longer or maybe not go quite as far forward. Okay. Take this abs tight, ribs pretty close to the thighs. Row. Row. Now the hands go to the hip bones. You are not looking directly down at the floor. You are looking maybe at the corner of your room. Abs are tight. Shoulders are down. If this is too heavy, you're going to feel that get tired in the lower back very quickly. I really want these to be light. 10, 9, 8, 7. These are rows, incline rows, but we're supporting this with the abs in the chair. Good. Take the weights on the thighs. Sit it up. Keep the legs a little bit apart, nice and tall. Up, up, up. I'm just resting the thighs here, and part of what I'm doing is letting myself really stretch the back. Good. 8 more. Nice, you guys. 4 more. 3 more. Now, I'm going to get a little bit lighter weights for this next one because I'm just realizing that what I want to do next will make my shoulders a little too tight if I use the 5 pounds. So watch me switch. I'm going to grab my 3-pound weights. I did that really sneaky fast. I'm going to move the hips a little bit to the back of the chair. Abs are very tight. I'm going to put the weights to the front of my stinky, sweaty armpit. Then I'm going to pull my arms a little bit back. So I've got my weights actually touching right the armpit so I can get the arms behind me. Out and back. Now, I have enough support under my lower back so I can keep that pretty open. And I'm going to lift the legs up and down and up. Now, if that's too hard on your lower back, just do a knee lift or not at all. You want to keep the arms stretching and pulling. Abs are tight. Reach from the top of the head. If this gets tired in the top of the shoulders, just put the weights down and do the move without the weights. Good. You guys are doing good. Again, it's the shoulders. I don't want the shoulders tight. 4 more. Squeeze the abs. 2 more. Now you can't always tell what my counting is going to be, I know that. All right, we're going to put the weights down. Feet wide. Shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. You know, I put my knees and feet very wide. And I'm going to roll the shoulder towards one thigh and then towards the other. 8 more. Good, you guys. 7 more. 6 more. 5 more. All right, you're going to hear this music go down because I just wanted to do something a little bit slower. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. What we got here? And 1 more. Excellent. All right, so sit all the way up tall. That's interesting. Take that sound back up. Sit up all the way tall and stretch both arms up to the ceiling. A little bit long. Nice and wide. Let me come to record it so you can see. All right. 5, 5, 5. So I'm doing a lot of crunching here. If you need your arms lower, you can do that. You're doing a big stomach crunch and you're doing it slow. Good. Looking right at you. Yeah, you can do the arms up if that doesn't hurt your shoulders. What we're trying to feel is a little bit of crunching way here, but also a little bit in the side of the waist. Good. 4 more. 4. Remember, the arms can come down if the shoulders are getting tight. 2 more. 1 more. Good. All right. Take it here. Shoulder. We're just going to spend about 15 seconds just doing these stretches here. Just this is opening up the back, lengthening the spine, rolling the shoulder. 3 more. All right. Now, kind of clear the front of your chair here. I'm at the front of the chair here. Let's see, I want you to see my feet. Yep. All right. Out, in, out, in. So I'm taking it very wide, and I'm bringing the legs back together, nice and wide, sitting right on my tailbone. If you get the back up, then you want to lean a little bit forward. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Now you've got the move. Hands on the shoulders, fast. Good. Lift from the top of the head. 10. Yeah, you can do what you want with your arms. Good. All right, very nice. Feet on the ground. Side, 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 side. Good. Squeeze from the tummy. Stretch. You can even lift the arms up and down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, you can dance a little bit. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hands up if you can. Can you lift the leg way up and not collapse the back? If you can't lift the arms like that, they can also be out to the side. Remember that. That's always an option. 8 more. Yeah, you don't want the shoulders to feel tight. If you have to put it back there, that's fine. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hips a little bit farther back, hands in front of the chest, arms straight. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Clasp your hands together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, a little bit farther forward, all the way up, swing it up, all the way down, take it forward, bring the arms way behind you. All the way up, swing it up, all the way forward, take the body forward, take the arms back. All the way up, all the way back. 3 more. part of this is just stretching. Also arching. 3 more. 2 more. Very nice. All right, we're taking, these should be light weights. I'm gonna sit so you can see me in the chair here. Feet a little bit apart. Waist to the side. Up, up. So I'm gonna really squeeze the abs so I can balance on the tailbone. Now remember, if this is easy for you, which it might be for some of you, you can go. Now that's harder because I don't want you rocking back and forth. If you need to go back to one leg, that's what you should do. 10, 9, holding those weights, let the arms hang. 4, 3, 2, feet on the ground, hips a little bit farther forward. Lift up and down. Now this could go all the way up. Now that would mean that your shoulders are pretty flexible, but they can go all the way up. If they can't, then I want them to go slower and relax down when they can't go any farther. You do need to keep your elbows a little bit bent. You're really basically just checking out your range of motion. If you've got a good range of motion, good for you. We're keeping it that way. Feet a little wide, so you've got a good stretch on your hip bones. And again. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. All right, what I want you to do after this last one, you get a little water. Hopefully it's nearby. Put the weights underneath your chair. And we're doing kicks. Kick, kick, kick. Once you get your water, once you're back, hands to the armpits like you're kicking. You have to rock a little bit to kick, usually. Kick, 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 kick. 8 more. 8, 7. Abs are tight. Move that spine. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Very nice. All right, so just take that down, roll the shoulders a little bit. We're going to pick those light weights up again. That's why I wanted them under your chair. Oh, mine rolled away. Oh, come back. All right, feet here. Palms are turned behind me. Shoulders are relaxed, chest is open, elbows are soft. Up and down. So this is kind of similar in that we're doing a range of motion. If you can't get your arms to go like that, you can take it there, or you can put the weights down and see if without the weights you have a bigger range of motion. Either one of those is fine. I just don't want you to overwork the shoulders. Abs are tight. Hello, teacher. Wave your arms up at me. Yeah, if you wanted to do one at a time, you could do that too. I actually see somebody doing that, which is fine. That's actually fine. All right. 3 more. Abs are tight. I keep mentioning that? Squeezing the groin. Good. 2 more. Nice. 1 more. All right, put the weights on the thighs. Out, 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 out. Now if you want, this can be a kick. Kick, kick, kick. See how I'm moving my torso? Still working the hip, still working the balance. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, bring the feet together. Sit up very tall for a moment. Put the weights right on the thighs. Actually, you don't have to have the knees and feet to completely together. Chest forward, drop, roll it up. We were working on these last couple times. You want to bring the chest forward towards the thighs, drop it down, roll it up. Good. Chest forward, let that back stretch, drop your head, roll up the back. You're literally trying to get the spine to go in 2 different directions. So you're trying to get it to stretch forward with the chest open, then you drop, and then roll it all the way up. And 3 more. Quiet, quiet, quiet. 2 more. I'm going to change that. All right, sit to the front of the chair. Lightweight, palms towards the center, towards the calf. All right, so we're just really lifting the heels and the toes, working the calves. Arms are out. You should be towards your front of your chair, so you have some real much more demand on the back. And in. Change the feet, heels up, toes up, back and forth, working the calves.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me.
If you need to take a break on the shoulders, you may.
Get up, everybody, and sing.
See how I'm taking the elbows together and then back?
Family.
3 more.
I got all my sisters
2 more.
with
If this
me.
is too much for you, take a stretch. 1 more.
We are
All right, everybody put the weights underneath your chair again. Get some water.
everybody, and sing.
Wide, side.
Everyone can see we're together as we walk on
Good.
by. And we fly just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no
Stretch it out.
lie.
Sideways with the torso.
People,
If you can't do the arms sideways with the torso, I'd rather see the torso sideways than the arms.
just let me state for the record,
Good.
we're giving love in a family
All right.
dose. We are family.
Good, good.
I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up,
All right, we worked on this one.
sing.
Hands back,
We
feet
are
forward,
family.
chest up,
I
up
got all my sisters with me.
and down. Now it can be a little slower than that if you need it to be.
Family.
Remember last time I said to you guys, if you wanted to work your arms doing this, then you can take it up.
Living
And
life
do
is
some
fun
dips.
and we just begun
You want
to
it.
get our share.
What you do to do that is you go way up, you look up, you bend your elbows and lift up, and then you put your hips back. Okay? So that's if you want to do some dips. But you should be looking at the ceiling when you do the dips, so you get the ultimate stretch on the shoulders. Yeah. And all you would do in that to get a dip is just bend your elbows and lift back up. Said just, I know that's not necessarily easy. Look at the ceiling. If you need to be dancing around, you should be dancing around. Where's my dancer? Yeah, yeah. There we go, honey. You can always be dancing around. 4 more. Good. All right, everybody. From the chair, if you can. Stand it up. Make it wide. Move the hip. Good. Make it wide. Now, see how I've got my legs turned out wider than the chair goes out? Oh, we're at the end of the song. Darn it. That was such a good one. Keep going. I'm going to find something just as good. Oh, I got a good one. I got a good one. Take it all the way down and all the way up. That'll do. That'll do. Hips down and up. All right. 3 more.
She's a very kinky girl, the kind you don't take home to mother.
2
She
more.
will never let your spirits down once you get her off the street.
All right. Very nice.
She lets
all the way up.
boys in the band.
Feet about hip distance. This can be done on the chair too. Way up, and then what I want you to do is take your spine as long as you can, and then drop it down.
She's never hard to please.
Roll it up. That can be done in the chair too. All the way up, arch. All the way out. All the way down. Roll it up. Ready? All of those 3 positions quite stretched. Good. Nice. So, all the way up, arch. All the way out as long as you can. All the way down, hang. Giving you 20 more seconds of that just watching. So it's all about the spine. So if the arms are tight, you can always put your hands on your shoulders. Right? Good.
Everybody sing. Super freak.
Those
She's
are
a
good.
very special girl.
That's enough. Yeah, I like to dance. Some people have to have a dance break. It is Rick James after it all. How can you not dance?
She'll wait for me backstage with her girlfriends in a limousine.
All right, you guys, take it back to the chair. Get yourself the weights. Get some water. Get towards the front of the chair. Take the weights in front of the chest like this. Take them up. Good. Back. Up. This can be one weight or no weights at all.
I really like to taste her.
8 more.
She's alright. She's alright. That girl's alright with me.
Now, I'm doing it a little bit fast. This can be slow.
Yeah.
4 more.
Hey.
3 more.
She's a super freak. Super freak. She's super freaky.
2 more.
Temptation sing.
All right, very good. Put the weights back under your chair if you can. One more time. Big stretches to the side.
That kind you won't take home to mother. And she will never let your spirits down. Once you get her off the street.
8 more like that. How far over can you get your torso? Nice. 7 more. 6 more. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Excellent. Very, very good. All right. Take yourself into the chair here. Put your heels on the ground. Move the thighs and the knees in and the toes in and the legs out, in and out. So we're really stretching in the hips here by opening the thighs very far open and then bringing them together, knees together, feet turn in. I guess you need to see me better. And in and out, in, out. Now, keep this wide position. Just keep your left hand on the thigh. Take the right arm up as high up as you can. And then stretch over, but push this right leg down a little so you get a huge stretch on that hip. This hand can be just resting here, or if it's comfortable, it can be hanging down to the floor. Look right at the camera. This hip needs to try and stay on the chair, so you're pushing that hip down. Take this arm, bring it around with a soft elbow, and bring it right back up and over. Keep squeezing in the abs. And up. Good. Hands on the thighs. Very wide, little press open with the thighs, abs tight. Arm up along the ear. Try to get it long, but not too tight in the shoulder. We're going to take this way over, looking at the camera. Now this hip, the left hip, you can try and push that down into the chair. You feel a load of stretch along here. This is just resting, or this can be down towards the floor behind the thigh. This arm comes around, you're still balancing here, and stretch back up, and then a little bit over. And again, this hip, this leg pushing down. All right, coming up. Feet a little bit wide, hands right between the thighs, abs tight, chin to the chest, all the way upside down. Now you're trying to get as far down as you can. It should be towards the front of the chair. If your hands are resting on the ground, that's fine. If they're not and your shoulders are uncomfortable, you can put your hands on your feet or up on your knees if that feels better. Just let that hang there. Relax the shoulders as much as you can. Drop your chin all the way onto the chest. Tighten up your low abs between the legs. And breathe. Slowly roll up. Roll up. Now I'm just turning sideways so you can see what I'm doing next more. I'm just going to put my hips right to the front of the chair. Feet under the knees are a little bit ahead. I'm going to pull my arms way back. I happen to be able to clasp my hands, but I'm going to keep them way back, and I'm going to squeeze my abs, keep my chest open, and take my ribs way down, dropping my head a little bit. Now I can clasp my hands and pull my shoulder blades way up. If you can't do that, then you want to keep your hands apart. Pretend you're holding a ball between your hands there, a big ball, and lift your shoulder blades up as much as you can, but also squeezing them together behind you. Tighten up your abs. Breathe. Release the arms down in front of you, drop your chin, and slowly, slowly roll up. Slowly, slowly roll up. When you get to an upright position, we're going to bring the hands back again. Pretend like you've got one of those great big inflated balls, but push your hips back and pull your arms as high behind you, pressing with your hands, palms in, on an imaginary big ball. And feel the stretch in the chest. Push your shoulder blades towards each other behind you and squeeze your abs. And look up a little bit. Yep. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Release it up. I'm still staying a little bit towards the front. If you need some more support for your lower back, that's great. Right leg on the ground. Left foot to the side of that, to the front. Or if this is very hard, crisscross the thighs. Okay? We're going to take the hands to the shoulders, whatever one you're doing, crunch and pull down and lift up and stretch open the chest. So if I have it like this, I'm crunching here and up. If I have it like this, I'm crunching here. I am adding a little bit of a roll of the shoulders, but primarily I'm crunching my stomach and then adding a little bit of the shoulders and neck. All the way up, chest open. Crunch. 3 more, crunch. 2 more. Yeah, it just depends which one leg feels better on your hip. 1 more. Excellent. Okay, so one more time where we're just going to take the feet a little wide and take the chest forward and roll up. And again, you're just trying to open up these middle back vertebrae as much as you can. So it's a forward stretch that rolls one direction and an upward stretch that rolls the other. 3 more. Beautiful, you guys. I mean, honestly, this is one you should be able to feel. If the back is moving and opening, and if you have to do this in a small way, that's fine too. All right, so we're going to do the other leg, obviously, because we have 2. And that's going to either be crisscross here or crisscross here. And one more time, but this time we're going to crunch and then just twist the rib cage a little bit. So you're going to stay in the crunch, lift the rib cage a little bit side to side, come back center, lift up. So you do still crunch, chin to the chest, shoulders forward, and then you just turn the rib cage a little bit. I'm mostly just trying to get everybody to get a little bit more lateral movement in their rib cages. All the way up. And this can be here, or it can be here. We'll do about 3 more of these. Get tall. Start with the crunch in the belly. Add a little bit of the ribs and the shoulders and the neck, and then just move the rib cage. And up. The rib cage is not hard to move. What is harder to do is get the crunch under it. And keep it. All right. Feet on the ground. Bring yourself back onto the chair. Bring the chin all the way down to the chest. And all the way up and look at the ceiling. And all the way down. And all the way back. Let your hands rest on your thighs. I have my back actually gently resting a little bit on the back of my chair, but I happen to be long-legged enough to be able to put my feet on the floor. So I do want your feet on the floor. Then just turn and look over each shoulder very gently. Don't turn your shoulder itself, just the neck and the chin. And then center your head. See if you can make a little circle. Doesn't have to be big. Make a little circle. And then make a little circle the other way. And then from the top of the head, you're going to balance your face straight forward towards the wall, the camera, and close your eyes. And once you've closed your eyes, I want you to relax your jaw. tongue, your forehead. Your hands should rest on your thighs. You just let the diaphragm drop and the air go gently in and out of that of your lungs. Inhale gently and exhale. Here's a way to use your imagination. As you inhale, imagine that the air that's coming in is actually filling in between the vertebrae and slightly expanding the stretches between the vertebrae. As you exhale, imagine that those spaces that you just filled like little balloons are actually staying open. As you pull in the oxygen, it's filling in between each little vertebrae, little space that's expanding lightly. As you exhale, the space between each vertebrae, even in the neck, even in the tailbone, just stays expanded. Relax your lips. As your eyes rest over your eyeballs, just let your eyes relax. Inhale, filling yourself with a sense of calm. Exhale, sending away exhaustion and anxiety. Inhale, filling yourself with a gentle energy. You're going to send that energy out to replenish all of your cells. Exhale, sending away pain, fear, limitations, injuries, illness. Let them all leave on the breath. And as you rest and breathe, and in some cases yawn, which is a great sign because it means your body's releasing some tensions, give yourself permission to simply rest. Just a few moments. I won't make you do this forever. Just rest. And as you rest, and I love when people can really start to do this, visualize yourself in your mind's eye and in your heart chakra, and visualize yourself as strong, healthy, balanced, flexible, capable, perfect. Now, I'm not asking you to jump right up and start running around. I'm asking you to just maybe open your eyes gently, maybe move your fingers, maybe add a little bit more oxygen, maybe move your head around, maybe move your arms around. Remember to stay open. Try to carry this sense of rest and ease with you through the day. Drink more water. You'd be amazed how much water is helpful. And please have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your sunshine. Since I don't have any, you'll have to enjoy it for me. And I'll see you next time on Thursday. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.